My name's Radhika Khanna and I live in Mumbai. I have a catering business there and now I've just started a restaurant in Goa. I'm 47 years old. I was lucky that I found my problem in the early stages. I think it was stage 2 and it was very close to my skin, so I could feel it, because in cancer sometimes the lumps are embedded deep in the fatty tissue and it's difficult to tell until a later stage. But so I found this and I just didn't waste any time. I went to the right doctors and I just took all the steps that they say one must take immediately. I didn't sit and think about it or mull over it or anything. I just kind of plunged headlong into the treatment. I told my husband, and we have a daughter. She was about 10 years old at that time. We didn't want to tell her because the word cancer is so frightening, so we didn't say anything to her. But I told my husband, and for that whole day we were all in a big flurry and in a tizzy, and we must have had a very worried look on our faces, and we didn't know how to even tell our parents, because we thought they would get so frightened and all that. But then of course we had to, and they all live in Delhi, so it was a phone call that had to be made. So we called both our parents. My doctor told me when I was found that to have cancer, he said that if cancer is something you had to have, then be glad it was breast cancer, because now that's the most curable. And so that's one thing I would like to tell ladies all over the world, that look at it as a disease which you can deal with, which you can overcome, which is not the end of the world. Different people have different ways of dealing with things. So I have realized now that my way of coping is by blanking out the bad parts. So I never think of my disease or dwell on it or anything. And when I meet other people who are shell shocked because they have got cancer, I try to be very positive and upbeat and tell them about my own experience and tell them how they'll get over it and how they shouldn't allow this to bring them down and how they should actually carry on with their lives as best as they can. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's become like a bit of a tagline for cancer, especially breast cancer. The message that I'd really like to give to every person here is that you must keep working. If you're a working person, don't give up, because that is what carries you through all those days of having to stay at home. So put on your lipstick and comb your hair nicely. Be strong and be cool, and don't allow this disease to be the end of you.